I'm Jamie McMichael Phillips. I'm the director of the Nippon Foundation GEBCO Seabed 2030 project. I'm absolutely delighted to have been invited to participate in Geography 2050, the future of the world ocean. I'm also speaking today as part of the Exploring, Mapping and Sensing the Ocean session. I know that you may have already heard about Seabed 2030 from other speakers, and indeed you may hear even more later on as the whole series of sessions progress. But just an introduction to Seabed 2030, what it is, what we're aiming to achieve, why we're doing it. I will say a few words, but crucially, we have a movie to play after I've spoken, which will set the context and allow you to learn more about Seabed 2030. But just to set that scene, Seabed 2030, the full name is the Nippon Foundation GEBCO Seabed 2030 project. It is a collaborative project between the Nippon Foundation and the General Bathymetric Chart of the Ocean project, GEBCO by any other words, to map the world's ocean floor by the year 2030. We all know, and I know I'm talking to experts here, that the ocean floor shape influences a whole host of Earth's processes. And the ocean floor shape is key in addressing a range of global safety, security, health issues, including climate change, sea level rise, tsunami wave propagation. Not to mention biodiversity and, of course, safety of navigation. All rely on a knowledge of the shape of the ocean floor. The oceans cover almost 3/4 of the Earth's surface, yet today we know surprisingly little about the shape of the ocean floor, with about 85% of the ocean floor yet to be fully explored. Seabed 2030 aims to bring together organizations and individuals to take part in helping us to gather data to form that ocean map and to be able to deliver it by the year 2030, to make it freely available to anybody who wants to use it, be you an individual or be you an organization. So without further ado, thank you for inviting me to participate, and over to the movie.
Mapping the ocean is undoubtedly the last great frontier of exploration on planet Earth. We know more about Mars, we know more about our moon, we know more about Jupiter than we do about our own oceans. The shape of the seabed is fundamental to ocean current circulation, how we predict sea level rise, how we predict the path of tsunamis, and we need that seabed map to provide base level data for something that's a life-changing project, something that will affect climate prediction, sea level rise, and the stewardship of the oceans. Now is the time that we actually need to set a deadline. 2030 is a deadline to achieve 100% mapping of the seabed. We need to have that deadline to give us something to aim for. This is an absolutely revolutionary and ambitious project. The organisations behind it are the Nippon Foundation of Japan and the GEBCO community. So we had a team from around the world of Nippon alumni who worked together night and day for about 3.5 years to build an underwater autonomous vehicle carrying a sonar system with an unmanned mothership that went out and surveyed the ocean floor. They can go to sea for far longer than traditionally manned vessels, and they can operate 24/7 around the globe. The carbon footprint is reduced because they're not carrying such heavy payloads, and they can achieve what we need much more quickly. It is the way that the maritime industry is moving, and it's the way we need to move if we're going to achieve our aims. We send a ping from the sonar system down to the bottom of the seabed, and we listen out to hear the ping come back, and we measure the time difference. With a modern multi-beam system, we send many more pings out to get a really high resolution, wide angle picture of the seabed. We can use that to deliver what we need to complete our seabed mapping by 2030. We need the backing of governments, we need the backing of industry, we need to be able to mobilise the world's surveying platforms, manned and unmanned, to go out there and gather the data. And we also need the public to spread the word that this is a project for the benefit of all mankind. We have one jigsaw piece at the moment, 19% of the ocean floor mapped. We need to fill in the other pieces. So join us on this great discovery that will benefit humanity.